Bupe? Oh, hello. Hello, 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 hello. 50? Holy moly. What up, Quigs? Bow, 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 bow. Alright, we should be live everywhere now. How's everybody doing? Who's twerking? Who is that? Curly. Who's Curly? Also. Oh yeah. Hey, we got a choo-choo happening down there. Crispy. 75, holy moly.
Great.
Not there yet. Is there anybody here that I can buy from other than Ormus? I don't remember. It's been too long. I need, like, a better belt. You can't buy from Alcor, can you? I don't think.
Damn it.
You can. Oh, alright.
Good day.
Gamble. Do we gamble a belt? Maybe. Whack. I need more strength, apparently.
Do what you want, because a pirate is free.
What up, Scallywag?
You are a pirate.
I actually might have a belt already. Actually. Well. We need more strength. Bet. Alright, let's do this. We need mercenary. Stop having fun? I know, I'm trying. No, I will never. What am I saying? I will never stop having fun.
Hello.
Go. Lucy's been extra snuggly. Is she freaking out, like not knowing what's happening? Maybe. We're gonna be in Act 3 for like 6 hours. It'll be fine. Also, I do hope that I'm able to like actually commit to a full stream. My head is kind of kicking my ass today, which is why I was a little later than I planned to be. But we're gonna try to push through. I'm hoping the caffeine helps. I did take some more Tylenol. When Peanut got snuggly, Michelle was always pregnant. Oh shit. Imagine if that's how Misha finds out she's pregnant.
I've seen fools.
Um,
I'm sure someone in the backwater will value this.
Danger? Oh no.
I am overwhelmed.
Hey, that means I could be an uncle twice this year. Wait, what? That's how we found out the first time? That's funny. From the cat being snuggly. Alright, strength. Probably still not enough, but after 24 hours of playing, how does it feel? I mean, I haven't played for 24 hours, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I have maybe 6 hours in it so far. I mean, it feels like the same game, just with a new class and some extra quality of life stuff, but the fact that they're open to doing new content now is huge. Should have said after 24. Gotcha. Yeah. The fact that they put this out there and basically said, if this does well, if people like it, we're gonna keep making more. I'm fucking sold. So they can put out as many packs as they want to. I'll buy them all. I'll collect them like Pokemon. Don't make any more? Please! Just they just gotta keep adding quality of life until Quigs likes it, right? Right? Remove all runes and charms. Okay, Boomer. I think they should add double the amount of runes and charms, personally. Back in my day, loot went into our inventory, not charms. Charms are loot. What are you talking about? And let's be real, this is back in your day. You just missed it. You're still on Project D2 train. You like it too much to try this, but you hope they plus this. So I am curious if they'll ever find a way to like backport the Warlock. Probably not. It's all sarcasm. Yeah, I figured. Wait. Why is it not showing those weapons there? I don't have them filtered out. Do I have something set to... How do I... You can't change the... Oh, edit rules. Duh. I know at one point I was tinkering with hiding the, low quality stuff. But I didn't think I saved it. Did I accidentally leave it in something? In here? Ah, yep. There we go. Okay. I mean, I don't really need it to show those, but I don't want to have a rule in there incorrectly. So instead, we'll make a new rule. Hide junk. Perfect. You watched Barricade review the D4 stuff, and it was so negative. It was. I watched his reaction to it too, and when he was going through it, like his initial reaction seemed mostly like, okay, I can kind of see what they're doing here. That seems decent. Like, I don't know. But then at the very end, he's like, this all sucks. I was like, that's weird. I mean, he wasn't that harsh, but... Yo, yo, yo. What up, Joe? Working? Nice. Well, like, even with everything they showed us, I still feel like we're only getting a small piece of the picture. Like, yeah, we've seen more of, like, the interface for all the systems and stuff, but they're still very intentionally not showing us every tooltip or, like, how everything works exactly. So I think there's still more to be revealed.
Overburdened.
How's Warlock so far? I'm digging it. It does feel a little overpowered right now, not gonna lie. But I feel like that's just kind of how games are these days. Like, they always release them overpowered rather than underpowered and then tune them later. He nitpicked everything, charms in a different tab sets, then randomly complained about crafting being random. Yeah, like... And Loathburger did point out, there was one of the tooltips that they barely showed did suggest that there's like a tuning item that you can specifically choose something if you want to, like if you want to get extra materials. So there's definitely more to it. I'm just hoping that he gives it a chance when it comes out and doesn't just like say, I'm not going to play it. It doesn't look like it's for me. I'm level 20. I'm definitely taking my time. You can only play the Warlock for the first time once, right? We got a small sliver of the pie. Exactly, exactly. Ryan's mom's here. All right, good luck. Have fun. Bayonara. Can play it once for the first time 3 times? Sorta. You gonna throw shit in boxes now? That's what I always do. I don't even put them in boxes, just in the car. Just loose everywhere, all over the place. Did I try? Oh, I've played a ton of No Rest for the Wicked. I love that game. Don't love the CEO, but love the game. Want to get to 30 to see how Abyss works? You'd rather play D2? That's fair. Like, I'm somebody who I'm okay separating the art from the artist, right? Like, within reason. If he was like going around like murdering children, then that would be different. But like just being an asshole on Twitter, I can separate that. But like Riz has a car, right? Would you say that game would be easier to hop into than D4? No Rest for the Wicked? So I feel like the systems are probably easier to understand in No Rest for the Wicked, but the combat is much more difficult. And the gameplay feels very different. It feels more like a Dark Souls meets Diablo. Is there a point to wait for ladder, or should you just rip it? I mean, if you plan on playing the ladder, I mean, you'll have to start over if you want to play the ladder, but I'm using now to play the Warlock, and then when the ladder comes out, I'll probably play another class. But, you know, there's no right or wrong answer. It just depends on how much you see yourself playing it. As far as we know, though, there's nothing new coming with the ladder other than the reset.
I am overburdened.
I need to get a truck van import? Wait, what? Why? No, I don't. I don't need no vehicle. I don't need to pay no insurance. Gonna play Warlock on D4 as well? At launch for sure. Yeah. I still don't know if it's gonna be my main, but I'll definitely play it at launch for the expansion, yep.
It's locked.
That's exactly what you need most of the time. You get scooter insurance for it? Scooter insurance? Really? That's funny. Okay, but yeah. Speaking of the Warlock, we were greenlit today to say that I was at Blizzard last month, and we had a couple hours to be hands-on with the class. So I have tried it. I have recorded footage, and I was able to talk directly to the devs about it, and we'll be able to share it early March. I hate when glasses you try to clean them and they just don't get clean. With the new Warlock, nothing carries over from expansion. What do you mean by that? Can you be more specific? Like your characters. For Diablo 4? So if you're talking about seasonal, the season will be reset, but all of your previous characters will carry over to the Eternal Realm. Oh, and 2? I mean, same thing applies. Seasonal characters become non-season, and then if you want to make new seasonal characters, You can, and then so with this patch, if you'll have to upgrade your previous characters to this expansion. So like it used to be where there was normal and there was like classic and expansion. Now there's classic, expansion, and Reign of the Warlock. So you have to upgrade them twice. But you can upgrade them, but you cannot downgrade them. What's up, Risk? How you doing? Bow. What up, Moose? You're gonna have to return it soon? Been seeing it all over online. Gonna have to return it soon. Wait, what did I miss? Return what? I'm confusion. You're gonna have to try it. That makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. How many more character slots are we gonna have? 2, I think. Not sure. Not sure. You're getting Warlock pack in a couple hours? Nice. Yeah, it's fun. I'm digging it so far. Like, honestly, though, even if I did not care about playing the Warlock class at all, I still would feel like the quality of life stuff that we got and the new endgame stuff that we got is worth the $25 that this pack costs. Like, even without the class. Play D2 since you were a child back in the early 2000s. How's the Wizard class? The Wizard class? There's a Warlock class. Is that what you mean? The Warlock class is sick. It's kind of overpowered. I'm sure they'll tune it down eventually, but right now, it's pretty strong. It's fun though. Does it have demonology? It does. It's just called demon, but yeah. So you can summon Goatmen, you can summon Tainted, you can summon Defilers, or you can bind a demon that you find in the world to fight alongside of you. You can consume one for its power. You can put more points into demonic mastery. There's Deathmark, Blood Boil, Engorge. Then there's the Eldritch thing, which is like your floating weapon thing. So you can be like more of like a melee dude, but you're like levitating a weapon at your enemy. And then there's also Chaos, which is like shooting like pink bolts of just magic damage. It's pretty sick. Insight's broken with the throw weapon build, level 32, tooltip damage for 4k, nice. What up, Cracks? How you doing? Watching Llama play D2, you get so lost, you just teleport around, cast spells, teleport. Yeah, I mean, that's, once you know Diablo and, like, you're in the end game, it's definitely, like, just teleport spam, for sure. It's all just a knowledge gap. Once you know the game, that's kind of how it is, but... Love the new expansion. Yeah, I'm so happy that they did it. And the fact that it's, like, opening the door to more content, like, I think for sure we're going to get another one announced at BlizzCon. Or something announced at BlizzCon, like something big. Like, I would not be shocked to see an Act 6 announced at BlizzCon. And that is the hypest of hypes. You see a lot of Act 6 talk? Yeah, like, this one I don't count as, like, an expansion because it doesn't add to the story. Like, it's like a mini expansion. It's a major update. But I've always said, if we get, like, a full expansion with an Act 6, I'm gonna give out at least 5 copies of it. D2 hype? Agreed. One of the TikTokers who worked on it says Act 6 is in the works. As far as I know, no one who actually worked on it is going to be posting that kind of stuff. I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised. Like, that would be a massive, like, NDA breach. I mean, I definitely think it's probably happening, but... Yeah, I mean, if they legitimately worked on it, why would they spill the beans like that? There's no way. Do I think it's happening? Yes. Do I think that that person is responsible? No. Can you use more than 2 skills using keyboard, but not... So if you can, if you go into gameplay, there's quick cast mode, and then you can change the key bindings to whatever you want. So you just push the button and it casts spells like D4 or whatever. I'm just so used to old school Diablo 2 that I keep it the old school way, but I'm thinking about changing it. This is the new class, yeah. People believe everything on the internet. I will say, though, I leaned into the rumors of the Paladin coming and the rumors of the Warlock coming and both of them ended up being true. So, I don't know. You believe the rumors you started of Diablo 1 getting a remaster? I think that'll happen eventually. I don't know if it'll be soon, but I think it'll definitely happen at some point. Let's take the fire resist. One question: do you already a recommended build when it comes to spending skill points? I personally don't. I've just been kind of YOLOing it. I have seen some people putting out build guides and stuff saying like this is going to be the fastest leveling build. I do think that leaning into the chaos tree is going to be your best bet early on. Specifically, either Ring of Fire or Miasma Bolt and Miasma Chain are really strong. But then later in the game, I don't know. Yeah, I know Llama does have a leveling, probably a written build on Icy Veins, and then also a YouTube video. You know, I should probably go farm the Countess. I mean, I need Ort Soul, Tal Eth. What do I have? Heck. I almost wish you could down convert. You read Llama's Guide? Good stuff. How to assign the skills in the new way? You've selected Quick Cast. I believe it's just in controls. You can put them to whatever you want here. And then with Quick Cast on, you just push that button. So like if I want to go Town Portal on... where is it? I guess that's one. I just need to put it on like one of these. Like put it on T, and then I can go boop and go boop, and then quick cast, apply. So then when I'm like out in the world, instead of switching, I can just boop. You know what? Do I want to use any of these? I don't know. We're gonna go... Here's just a bar showing every skill. Oh, yeah, you can definitely add the bar also. That's display active skill bindings there. And then they show down here. They did add WASD, but then it was super broken and they took it out. And I don't think they ever fixed it. Yeah, I don't know. Are there synergies to consider within the skill tree? Yes. So like if you look at like my Ring of Fire at the bottom, Flame Wave gets 10% fire damage per level, and then so this spell benefits 10% fire damage per level of Flame Wave and 10% fire damage per level of Apocalypse. So yeah, you just look at the bottom of the skills and it shows all the synergies there. Those will add a lot of patches within a few weeks. Possibly. Possibly. I definitely expect one before the ladder season starts. That's not confirmed by any means, but I would be very shocked if they don't. Alright, where's this tower? I should really put some points into that, the teleport spell. Thought the Warlock didn't come out for a few months. For Diablo 4, it comes out at the end of April. For Diablo 2, it dropped on Thursday. Wednesday. Wednesday? Wednesday. Still have to manually place potions in your belt? Yeah. Like, you can just, like, shift-click them to put them into your belt, but... yeah, it doesn't auto-go there yet. Maybe someday. Need them in PD2? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe? Maybe? I don't know if Senpai's that good. He's good. I don't know if he's that good. Miss having left stick movement, but using controller is annoying for corpse explosion. I've never tried this game with controller. Did I hear a gem? Oh my god. I forgot that Friday they always do yard, maintenance outside, like lawn maintenance and stuff, and it's so fucking loud. Usually I wait and stream later. Finding this tower without teleport is the bane of my existence. That and headaches. Hey, I found it. You don't have neighbors next door because they randomly moved out in the middle of the night with no notice? Alright, I'm moving in. That's wild. I wonder what happened. Oh yeah, it is Friday the 13th, isn't it? You can be a summoner too. So you can get one demon, and then like if you put points into the demon mastery or whatever, I think you can get up to 3. But it's not like Necro where you can have like a whole army. Reminds me of the Dungeons and Dragons game on Xbox. Hell yeah. So if that game still plays to this day, might have to buy this. Oh, Diablo 2 is great. I mean, it's definitely older. There's Diablo 3 and 4 now, but it's good. And it just got a big update. This one did. Yeah, it got a like a mini expansion. They're calling it a major update called Reign of the Warlock. It adds the Warlock class, which is what I'm playing right now. Kinda nuts 25 years later. I need a towel, not a RAL game. Rude. Also, I need to keep an eye on something. I'm expecting a package, and I don't want it to sit outside very long. You remember the fire ring spell was called Immolation in Diablo and Hellfire? It's just Ring of Fire in this one. Yeah, package. So I got a notification yesterday that I'm getting a package, and I don't know what it is. And the last time that happened, it was a package from Blizzard. So... you duped the book over and over and over to raise the levels? Oh yeah, in D1? I never did the whole duping thing. I've never played a whole lot of D1. Is it Midnight Collector's Edition? Because yours is coming any day now? No, I don't. I think it's... I mean, I wouldn't get anything WoW related, I don't think. What up, Dutch? I'm guessing it's something Diablo related. Or it's something completely random that's not anything to do with Diablo, and I just got excited for nothing. That's possible, too. A 6-foot-tall Mephisto statue? Can you imagine? I would bring it into bed with me. What?
Moo.
What level now? 21. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. If I were a tower... Oh, it's right here. 3D printing like they do with the giant Pokemon? Yeah. One of my buddies has a 3D printer, but it's like, it only makes little things. I guess I could, like, put them together, but...
Move.
Thank you for the follow. I want to get a 3D printer to print smaller 3D printers. I want a vending machine that sells vending machines. It'd have to be real fucking big.
I am overburdened.
College, like 8 years ago, you had a friend buy a 3D printer from China for $10 and showed up like fully in pieces. Dude spent forever putting it together and it actually worked. It was crazy. Nice.
Not even death can save.
Had to get your sound in? Hell yeah. I've been using a Summon Warlock build. A bit slow right now, but it's pretty safe and easy. Nice.
Move.
When is new season on D4? There's not a date officially announced yet, but we're all expecting it to be March 10th based on the Reliquary. What rune order am I trying to make? I'm trying to make a stealth and a lore. I might eventually make a leaf also. I don't know. Ayo. What's the highest rune you've ever gotten from Countess? So, I don't know. I don't remember. Do you plan on streaming D4 soon? You know this expansion just came out. I will definitely be streaming Diablo 4 when the new season starts. Before that, I doubt it. But maybe?
I can't do that here.
So, back in college, Riz was a scoundrel, and he used to be one of those people who botted this game. And one day I had my bot running Countess. And I woke up in the morning and it had a Zod rune. But I know the Countess can't drop Zod runes, so I don't know where it came from. But as far as me personally playing, I couldn't tell you what the highest I got from Countess was. The expansion for Diablo 2 is what they were talking about. We just got like a mini expansion for D2 that just came out. But yeah, the Diablo 4 expansion comes out in April. You strung 4 bots at night while you were sleeping? Yeah. Back in college, I was real bad with both D2 and World of Warcraft. I had many accounts. This is normal. I'm only level 21. We've been... I went back to farm the Countess for a little bit. I'm in Act 3. But I've been taking it slow. I don't even know why I'm bothering attacking things. Misha told you low is the highest from Tower Countess normally is. That sounds right. So the waypoint, the tower is right next to the waypoint. You're the chosen one? Nice. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That's one of the nice things about playing offline, is like your maps are always the same, so you don't have to go looking for them every time, but I find playing online, like even playing single player, I like playing online just because, like, I don't know, it feels more exploratory. You actually have to like figure out where shit is. You can't just rely on pre-baked maps.
moo.
Damn.
Moo.
If there's an offline mode in an RPG, you're playing hardcore in it? Nice. That was a beefy one. You're having some whiskey? Nice.
Not enough mana.
Come on, give me my towel. Hey. Ask and you shall receive. So we have my Tal, we have my Eth. Nice. What up, Nebby? How you doing?
Greetings.
Good day.
I'll put that to good use. Impossible.
Green.
Good day.
Forgot your ritual for a second. Got a cool dinosaur finally? Heck yeah. Single player online.
Well, breathe.
How far in? Act 3.
I
Just normal.
Hello.
And boop. Okay, so... Get yours to level 63 Warlock will probably get buffed. What do you think? I think it's gonna get nerfed, if anything. That's what you meant? Yeah. I don't think it'll be drastic, but I definitely think that certain spells feel a little too strong. Ooh. How strong is it? It's pretty strong.
I need mana.
Grail it. Griswold's Edge. Feels like it's too early to tell. Other classes have builds that are stronger early on. I don't know. Like, this Ring of Fire spell is pretty broken. I've never felt this strong this early on any character. Wait till Apocalypse? Yeah. Too bad it's not cross-platform. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they made it cross-progression, but not cross-platform. And, like, especially now that it's on the Switch, it's on Steam, it's, like, everywhere. They really should focus on that. You heard that Grim Dawn has the DI mod as well. The maps are basically... Oh, D1? So I know that it has both D1 and D2 mods. I haven't played it, though. I do want to go back at some point and play more Grim Dawn. Every time I play it, though, I end up getting so lost. Is new character OP like the Mosaic Sin, or is he balanced? He's definitely OP. I expect it to get nerfed at some point, but I feel like they're always going to release them stronger rather than weaker, because getting a brand new class that feels really bad is never gonna, do well for sales. So it's better to release them a little too strong and then bring them back versus the other way around. What player count? I'm online, so just one. Yep. Diablo 2, Diablo 4, and Immortal. All getting the Warlock. Hell yeah. Already played Titan Quest 2 beta? I did make at least one video on it. I don't remember what the video was about, though. I think I was just going through that, like, what the one of the updates was. I don't think I have... I don't remember if I have gameplay videos of it or not, but I've played quite a bit of it. I played the first 2 acts. I have not played Act 3 yet. I saw that came out the same day this came out. I'm guessing it's not a ton, though. Their updates have been fairly small in scope. I think Titan Quest 2 is awesome, though. I have high hopes for that one. Do you play hardcore at all ever since you started playing hardcore? You can't go back. I do. I play both. I play softcore more, but every now and then I'll do a hardcore character. I did have a hardcore Sork in the most recent Diablo 4 season, but it did die. I don't remember what killed me, though. Oh, right. I looked at my Spotify to see what song was playing, and I looked back and I was standing and shit and died. Oops! Man, I'm really excited for April 28th, though. Looks so good for D2. It's pretty sick. Playing your first D4 Sork? I love the Sork in D4. Crackling energy this season feels so good. That's probably what I'm going to start Season 12 with. We're all going back to Immortal? I don't know, maybe. I guess it depends when it actually comes out, like when the new class comes out. If I'm kind of over the D4 expansion by then, maybe. But what's happening April 28th? The expansion for Diablo 4. So I really do hope that they iterate on the loot filters in Diablo 2 and give us the option to recolor things. 'Cause I would love to be able to make gems different colors. Poison Nova but fire? Kinda.
I need mana.
Did someone say loot filter? I might have changed the command a little bit. Whoops, didn't mean that. Didn't mean it. Did mean it. Assuming Blizz gave it to you for free since you're partnered. Gave me what for free?
Nope.
The D4 expansion? So they did, But at that point, I had already bought it, so I gave it away. Same with this, actually, because I am a shill for Diablo games, and I buy things as soon as they're announced, and then they go and tell me, oh, by the way, I'm like, oh, well, all right, I guess we're giving it away. All right, I need to buy some gloves. Do you sell gear over here?
What do you need?
Yes. Magic find? Hell yeah. Do I have an Ort soul? No. Remember played with Paladin about 20 years ago? That was Oh Hell So Fast and Tank. Yeah, Paladin was great. The D4 Paladin feels pretty cool. It doesn't hit all the same notes that the D2 one did, but it's still pretty cool we have it. I look like I have an Orc soul? What does that mean? Hi, Vonda. I don't know if I should be offended right now.
I need a key.
I should? Aw, shit. Think D2 Pally and D4 Pally are kind of apples and oranges? I think so too. I think the D4 Pally tries to take a little bit from the Diablo 2 Paladin and a little bit from the Diablo 3 Crusader and kind of mushes them together. I'm glad we have a Paladin because I think it's fun, but it doesn't really feel like D2 Paladin. Not entirely anyways. I'm just glad it has Blessed Hammer. If it didn't have Blessed Hammer, I would have raged. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have raged because I'm not a child, but... We're kind of godlike. Yeah, it does look like they are getting a little bit of a nerf in Season 12, but I still think they're going to be pretty strong, even with the nerf. He's streaking. What up, dude? Not played D4 yet, but you give it a try someday. It's pretty fun. I'm definitely looking forward to the next season. Got a little less than a month to go, probably. Warlock! True. Your heart cries to play Titan Quest 2. It's good. It's real good. Yeah, I was debating playing that when they announced the update, the most recent update. But then there was just too much stuff, so I haven't had a chance yet. But I'll definitely play it at some point. One thing you got used to in D4 was your pet picking up all the gold. Yeah, seriously. I have like 8 hours of Titan Quest 2 on YouTube. The live stream VODs, yeah. That's true. I forgot about that. You get irritated when your pet doesn't pick it up fast enough now? Dumb pets. You watch so many videos from the Frost Shard Mage build. Also so fast. Yeah. Think you might take the next season of Diablo 4 off to play D2? I'm playing D2 now, and I will continue playing it probably up until the next D4 season. How's my loot filter coming along? Ooh, Boner Wand. So we have 3 rules. But if anybody else is making one, feel free to throw it on my website.
Moo, moo, moo. Moo, moo, moo.
They took all but 1 share tab away if you didn't buy the upgrade? They didn't take anything away. If you didn't buy the upgrade, the game plays exactly as it did a week ago. Yeah, it's just tabbed at the bottom now. Okay. I was like, did I pick up the...
Good to see you.
Sanders. I don't really need it, but I'm going to keep it anyways, just in case. Ooh, that's not bad.
Greetings.
What a mess I got going on here. But yeah, if you're, if you didn't buy the upgrade, like, for example, this character is not upgraded. And you go to the stash page. Here you have this share tab, but then there's pages down here. So it's a little different, but it's still there. What up, nerdy dude? Alright, so we got the brain. We need the eye and the spider cavern. I kind of regret leaving that game now. It's fine. It's fine. These jungles suck so much. It all looks the same.
It's locked.
Found the new class set helmet for the Warlock. Nice. What's the set called again? I guess, actually. I don't need to ask. I can look in here. Sets, Warlock. Banes and Horizons. So nice that exists. You found Horizons? Nice. Best lazy build for D2R? What class? Like any class?
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Probably Hammerden. Take some work to get it built up, but for Warlock, I'm not really sure. I've only been playing the one, and I'm only level 22 so far, so I have no idea. This one's pretty chill though. You really only have to push one button. It just goes through a lot of mana. Once I can fix my mana issues, it'll be a lot better. Feel like you could almost sleep through normal with Goatman Warlock? Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, he died. You got one of the Banes today? Nice. Codex. 1 to Blood Oath. I'll keep my 2 to summon Goatmen. Got the stealth runes, but not the base armor for it. I've had the base armor for a while, and I just got the runes. How much of pain is it to move characters over? 1 button. Think your character's ready for rune words you already have? You're just gonna re-roll them?
It's locked.
Yeah, so now, like, there used to be just classic and expansion, and you could upgrade from classic to expansion, and now it's basically the same, but there's 3 levels instead. So it goes from classic to expansion to Reign of the Warlock. So like it's like the 3rd version. So you can always go up, but you can never go back.
Mana.
Still haven't found a great way to move multiple torches.
Not enough mana.
1 at a time, probably.
Not enough mana.
I can't remember. Can you keep multiple of them in a personal stash? I know you can't on your character, but in the personal stash, can you? No? Okay.
Need mana.
Don't know how happy you are about the Warlock? Really? I think it's great. I think it's cool. Like, honestly, this pack to me was worth it, though. Even without the Warlock class, I would have spent 25 bucks on this pack. The quality of life alone is huge. Moved 10 last night, 20 more to go. Yeah, I'm not even bothering. What up, dude?
Yes.
Yeah, I really don't care at all about non-seasonal characters. That was weird. You were hoping they'd do a priest and you could lean darker light. That would have been cool. So it's very possible that in the future we're going to get more. I just heard something. I'm very eager to get a package, so if I suddenly disappear, that's probably where I'm going.
Not enough mana.
I guess I'll get the waypoint lower crossed. Oh! And then head back, try to find Flare Jungle. Spider Cavern, that's what I meant. %45 faster cast rate. Already in Act 2, nice. Heck. Yeah, like, the excitement I'm gonna feel across my entire body if we get an Act 6 announcement at BlizzCon this year, I'm gonna weep. You'd be so happy, right? It's coming? I think it is. I mean, would I put money on it? No. But I just can't imagine that they would just put this out and then just move on, right? Curious how the storyline plays out? Yeah, for sure. They didn't do this amount of work for a client just for one. That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't bring on, like, a whole group of people to make this just to be like, all right, you're done now. Get out of here. Like, as long as this doesn't completely flop, which I can't imagine it did. Just have not played yet. How is it? I'm really liking it. I mean, it's the same game, but the new class is cool. The quality of life is huge, and there's a little bit of new stuff to do in the end game, which is awesome. Are you able to create multiple goat men? You can. Whoops. So if you get demonic mastery, I believe it's every 10 levels you increase your max demon by 1. I think. I'm not that far, so I don't know personally for sure. But I think you can get like up to 3. Shill? Absolutely. Even Chris dropped a lot of money for his accounts. Can only imagine how much others spent. Yeah, seriously. The fact that he's like upgrading like 12 accounts or something, that's a little nutty to me. Can you have multiple different summons? You can, if you level up your demon mastery or whatever. It sounds like you can get like 3 of them. Our Annie plug, yeah, right. 2 goatmen plus the demon that links people's health would be OP. Yeah, true. Jewel. But yeah, like if Diablo 2 puts out an expansion, I'm getting it. If they put out new content, I'm getting it. I don't care. Like, this is my game. I will shill for it till the day I die. I hate Act 3, though. Weren't there 3 versions that got introduced? You mean for the summons? So I keep doing this now that I rebound that. There's Goatmen, there's Tainted, there's Defilers, and then you can bind any demon that you get that you see in the game outside of bosses. You love Act 3 because it means Act 2 is over? Touche. I just get lost here every time. That's all. Like aesthetically, I think this area is dope, but I get lost all the time. I really like the end of Act 3. Like, once you get to, like, Travancore and beyond. Alright, we don't need Swampy Pit. I can never find the freaking Spider Cavern. It's in the Great Marsh, right? Is it this way? That checks out. Did Warlock release come with new season? The new season starts on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here on Friday because I'm going to be at Chris's wedding. So I'll be back Saturday night. Maybe at his wedding we'll do a declone walk. What? Who's wedding? One of the guys who hangs out in chat. Killer Cat. What character stats are you enhancing for this class? More dexterity so you can use fire skill? Dexterity to use fire... Wait, what? What do you need dexterity to use fire for? Secretly Riz's wedding? Ayo. I put enough in my gear to wear... or enough strength to put on my gear, and then pretty much everything else has gone into life. Dexterity doesn't give mana. Energy does. That's, oh, yeah. I put a little bit into energy. Like 5-10 points, but not much. Skill's broken. It's super strong. It's super strong. I definitely think it's going to get nerfed eventually. I love how the tabs flash when you put stuff in them. That's just... It's a nice little thing. Also, the fact that we can just put rejuves in here, also super nice. I kind of wish that there was like a button once you have the cube, like a button to just like automatically convert it. Just be like boop, boop, boop. Or like on the gems, like boop, 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 boop. So you don't have to bring them down here, then bring them back up. You like that you can just spam control click stuff and it sorts it all? Oh, you mean from one side to the other? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely took some inspiration from like PD2 and like other popular D2 mods and whatnot. And I'm okay with that. Those mods wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for D2, so I think it's fair play. Are we there yet? Give me the chipped emerald, give me the jewel. Froggers. What do they take from PD2? Just like the way that you can do the stackable gems and runes tabs and the materials tabs and that kind of stuff. Yeah, item stacking, loot filters, yep. Hey, how'd you get over there? Schwabby. What up, dude? He's streaking. Hey, put your pants back on. Nah, you don't have to. You're good. How do I get over there anywhere? Yeah, I really need to get this guy here. Never use a loot filter. You like to sort the pile of trash. You think it'd be better in D4? It's coming to D4 also. What up, Spanky? Yeah, D4 is also getting a loot filter. And, okay, it's time for Riz to shamelessly self-promote. If you're somebody who thinks that you're going to use loot filters in Diablo 2 or Diablo 4, I built DiabloFilter.com, where there's a section for Diablo 2 and Diablo 4, where you can share and download loot filters. Hey, who's this guy? Hey, that's me. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should sign up. Warlock. Anyways. What's loot filters? You haven't looked into it yet? So, they just added it to D2, and it's coming to D4 with Lord of Hatred. It basically makes it to where if you don't want to see certain things when they drop, like, for example, you're playing Diablo 4, and you're playing a sorceress, you don't really want to see items that drop with, like, you know, just random bullshit stats, like strength or whatever. Not that you would really get much strength gear because it's class-specific gear in that game, but you get the idea. Like, you can tell it what you do and don't want to see, and if you don't want to see it, it just won't show it. Or if you want it to, like, highlight certain things, you can make it to where, like, mythics that have, like, 3 greater affixes can recolor green, and they can, like, show a brighter beam and be more visible and stuff like that. The Diablo 2 one's not quite that advanced. It's basically hide or show. The Diablo 4 one looks like it's going to be very customizable, and I am fucking thrilled. Is my loot filter PC only? Currently, yes. I don't know how it's going to be handled on the console version. I'm curious. Anybody who is playing this on console, let me know what the loot filters look like on your side. Like, how do you even, like import and stuff? What up, Panda? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, as soon as they announced it, I'm like, ooh, I gotta start cooking on something. New character looks awesome. Can't wait to play him. He's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
Hi, Justin.
I am the hype!
You should find somebody who makes them for console and possibly do a PC. Well, so that's the thing is, like, I assume that the format's going to be the same. I just don't know how you're going to get them to console. Because, like, you can't download a file the same way that you just do on computer. Or, like, copy and paste it using, like, your computer's clipboard. So I'm not sure how it's going to work. It is possible, because I know Blizzard has, like, their own API and stuff that you can, like, connect websites to. So maybe it'll be a thing where, like, you can go to the website on your phone or your computer or whatever, find a filter you like and sync it, similar to the way that, like, Filter Blade does it, and then download it on your console from there, possibly. Do I prefer PD2 over this? I mean, I like both for different reasons. I think graphically this one's way better. So it feels good playing this one, but I think PD2 offers a ton of cool shit. QR codes? That would make sense. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be implemented because, like, I mean, Blizzard just dropped it, so I haven't really had a chance to look into that. QR codes could work, though. But yeah, if anybody is on D2R on console with the Reign of the Warlock, let me know. Like, go into the loot filters and, like, there's the whole, like, this stuff up here to, like, share it. You can, like, import and export. How do you even export? Is it this? Am I dumb? Oh, share. So yeah, here you just copy this to your clipboard and then you can share it. But I don't know what that's gonna look like on console. So if anybody knows, let me know. So check it out and let me know in Discord. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Because I would love to make my site available for everybody. It might take some doing to figure out how to make that work, but I will do my best. I am so heckin' lost. I can never find the spider cavern. It's the bane of my existence. I've learned that today a lot of things are the bane of my existence. Anyways. One ringy dingy. Do I have a clan in D4? I do. It is very, very not active. But I do have one. It's called the Rizfits. You're more than welcome to join, but not very many people in it or online. Like, when the game first came out, it was completely full. There was people all the time. And then over time, people just slowly started quitting the game. And yeah. I really should go through that and, like, wipe it out and, like, make room for more people to join. You'd like to join? Hell yeah. Bow, 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 bow.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bruh.
I need mana.
The Riz fits. No S. Like the Misfits, kinda, but like the Riz fits. You think asking people to sign in weekly is fair? Rare occasions, people might actually be gone longer. Yeah. I know for a while, like, it wouldn't even show you how long people have been offline and stuff. I'm pretty sure they've added that since, though, so I could definitely go through and, like, get rid of people who haven't been on in a long time. You never really played D2, D2R. Is mob density lower than D4, and is leveling slower because of this? I feel like it depends on the area. Like, in D4, there are definitely areas that are more dense and less dense than others. I feel like if you're playing solo, this game's probably this game's slower to level. If you're playing in groups, you can get rushed really quickly in this game. It's a different animal though. The games feel very different. You just watched my video on seasons for Diablo 4 explaining it would be good for the game. Do you find it weird they bounce back and forth from Diablo 2 Resurrect Diablo 4 then Diablo 2? I mean, this is the first like season with content, or I guess technically it's not even a season yet, but we haven't gotten new content in Diablo 2 in like 3 years up until this week. But I love that they're rotating content between like D2, D3, D4 or whatever, because that way it keeps it fresh. Because like the way that seasons are built in a lot of these games, it's really fun for the first couple of weeks, but then you kind of feel over it. So it gives us more things to do. Like as somebody who really likes the first couple of weeks of ARPG seasons, having D2, D3, D4, PoE 1, PoE 2, Last Epoch, like all of these games having new content all the time, I feel like it keeps things fresh and exciting personally. You like being rotated? Hell yeah. All that said, I would love if there was one singular game that I absolutely love playing that made me want to play it all the time. You're new to D2 scene, and you have a possibly dumb question. I don't think there's a dumb question. Only dumb ways to respond to it. Maybe. What's your question? I'm happy to help. Oh, hi, Misha. If you want to experience the story from start to finish, can I do that with the Rise of the Warlock game mod? Yeah. So, the Rise of the Warlock doesn't really add or change any of the content. It just gives you a new character, like a new class you can play it through as, and it gives you like more quality of life and more things to do in the end game. But the base story is the same regardless. Should you pick another class? So regardless of what class you pick, you're going to go through the same experience. If you do classic, you're not going to have access to all of the same quality of life, and it'll end after Act 4. If you do expansion, it'll have a little bit more quality of life. It'll have like some more items and stuff. It's a little easier if I remember correctly. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. I believe the expansion's a little bit easier. But there's also Act 5, but it is still one continuous experience. Out of curiosity, you've heard that Last Epoch is coming to PS5. Any release window yet? I know that they announced that they're doing that, but I think there's still another season or two before they do the 1.0 release and the console release, I think. I'm a continuous experience. I could be if I streamed longer. I would be a continuous experience for longer durations. What am I even saying? Yeah, that wasn't a dumb question at all. I was expecting way dumber. Ryan's mom unpacked 10 boxes and we filled them right back up. Hell yeah. I love how many comments I've gotten on my videos. Getting 25-year-old D2 DLC before Grand Theft Auto 6 is crazy work. I agree. Find a good build for Warlock? So I'm just basically spamming Ring of Fire. It's all you need. I'm sure that'll drop off later in the game, but so far. Is it better than D4? they're so different that it's hard to compare. Like, this is an old game. So if you like old games, I feel like this game, like, the dopamine is unmatched once you know the game. But it's like, there's a lot of stuff that the game doesn't really teach you because, like, back in the day, they expected you to have, like, manuals and stuff, and it's a different animal to get into. They're both great games, though. I feel like this one has better itemization, whereas, like, D4, the moment-to-moment combat feels better. Ring of Fire and Goatman's best combination. That's what I'm doing. This game brings back the good old days. Yeah. Like, this game, it's so much nostalgia. D4 is boring in endgame. So if D4 bores you in endgame, I think you're going to get more bored in this one, if I'm being honest. Because, like, this one doesn't have technical endgame. You're just replaying, like, I mean, I guess there's the Uber bosses, but that's about it. But back in the day, because that's, like, that's what people expected out of games. Like, not, like, people didn't really have endgame the way that we do today. Is that D2 have... No, D2 does not have a new act. However... They brought on people to make this mini expansion thing. I can't imagine they're just going to be like, all right, you're done now. So, like, I would not be surprised to get a full expansion announcement at, like, BlizzCon or something. They definitely haven't announced anything like that, but it would not surprise me. On the same vein as being a new D2 player, is it recommended to play solo private game versus public? What I would probably say, if you want the true experience, like if you want that like the story experience, I would probably go through it solo the first time or play with friends of yours who are also experiencing it for the first time. Because if you play it online in like public games, you're just going to get people who want to rush through everything and you're not going to have a chance to actually like take it in. But that's just my opinion. But I usually play solo anyway, so I don't know. Act 6 with the boss being Leah? Imagine. It would be kind of neat if, like, they did something in an Act 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever, like, to, like, kind of tie the end of 2 better into 3. As a non-lore follower, I couldn't even tell you if that even makes sense, what I just said. What class? This is the Warlock class. Diablo 2 cutscenes and music are top tier. If it's the first time, you should really enjoy it. Yeah, the music and cutscenes are really good. I don't have the music on currently because I've heard it a million times, so I have my playlist going. But the music in this game is top-notch. Highly recommend it. And the cutscenes the first time are really cool, especially if you're playing Resurrected because they did remaster all of them. They pretty. Did you know that the voice actress of Leah is the same as Dee? Is this like a Diablo mod? The graphics look really good. This is Diablo 2 Resurrected. This is the official remaster that came out 4 or 5 years ago at this point. But they just released a new DLC pack with the Warlock class.
Not enough mana.
After 25 years, we got our first new character. Crazy. How much is the DLC? $25. Oh, female shepherd from Mass Effect? I didn't realize that. That's neat. I never got into the Mass Effect games. How many new characters? Only one. But honestly, in my opinion, the DLC was worth it even without the character because the quality of life and new like endgame stuff is super cool. Like they added, like they built in a Holy Grail mode. They added new Pinnacle ancient bosses. They added a ton of like new stash tabs and stuff, and it's pretty awesome. It is on Steam. It's brand new on Steam. Also on the Switch now. Well, no, I guess it's been on the Switch, but they just added it to Steam as well. What stats do you put in for Warlock? So, it depends on what build you're playing. I didn't mean to do that. I rebound my buttons and now I don't know how to open that. Okay, so the general rule of thumb for Diablo 2. We need to Switch 2 version, I know. It is on PS5, yes. The general rule of thumb is if you're playing like a caster, you're going to put enough strength and dexterity to wear the gear that you want to wear, And then pretty much everything else is going to go into Vitality. You can get a little into Energy if you're really struggling with mana, but most of it's going to go to Vitality. Now, if you're going to play a build that's a little bit more like melee friendly, you'll want a little bit of Dexterity to get your hit rating up. So that's really only going to apply if you're using the Eldritch Tree, probably. I'm wasting so many scrolls because I changed my key bindings. Is leveling any faster? Still same grind. Same grind. They have not changed leveling speed. There's one caveat to that I don't know the answer to, in that they did modify the way the terror zones worked a little bit, so that might escalate them a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Hello.
Which level is, your opinion, the nastiest? For me, it's Maggot Lair. The Maggot Lair is pretty brutal. I just hate it because it's confusing. The hardest area. Thinking. The Frozen River is pretty brutal. All those gloam when it spawns with gloams all over the place. Same with the Throne of Destruction with like the souls. Act 3 is a slog for sure. I agree with that. Warlock seems really powerful. It's pretty fun. It's definitely a little OP, in my opinion. I think it'll get nerfed a little bit. I don't think it needs drastic nerfs, but I think it needs to be tuned a little bit. Alright, so we need to now go to the sewers, which we have the Lower Cross waypoint. Also an option to respec, but it's more involved than D4. Yeah, so respecing, you can respec once per difficulty. After you finish the Den of Evil quest, so the first quest in Act 1, you can do it once per difficulty, and then if you want to continue respecing, you need to kill all the bosses in Hell difficulty to get their essences. So you get 4 essences, combine them in the cube, and you get a token of absolution so you can respec again. Do you think Hadriel in Act 4 will sanctify our items? Imagine? We'll check when we get there. Think you'll make a Weapons Master Warlock? You've seen that he adds magic damage to attacks. I haven't messed with it too much, but that sounds right. So Levitation Mastery. Improve your ability to levitate your equipped weapon with your mind. It increases its damage. You can do Hex. You can Hex is your weapon to impair enemies and add magic damage. Yeah, so that does that. Hex Purge. Hex is your weapons to warp enemies, creating a chance they will erupt when hit. Or you can do Hex Siphon, which hexes your weapon to extract the life force of slain enemies. Is that basically like a... Oh god, what was it called? Redemption Aura on Paladin? Echoing Strike creates echoes of your melee weapon that pierce through enemies. And then this one, you throw your weapon and then teleport to where it lands. So that's kind of cool. It's like basically the Warlock's version of teleport. It's more like a leap. Like it doesn't teleport through walls like the Sorceress's does, but... you do Purge to make mob packs blow up and then swap to Bane for bosses. Nice. Psychic Ward creates a mental shield that absorbs damage from attacks and can stun melee attackers. Then Eldritch Blast. Blast hex enemies with draining magical damage and refresh the duration of their active hex. Neat. Played thousands of hours in D4 or D3, never played D2. Is it worth it? D2 is great, but the only thing I always say is it feels and like it plays like an old game. So if you enjoy going back and playing old games you've never played before, it is fantastic. It's really well done, but it does feel old. So it's hard to answer for everybody. Really struggling with your mana, so you put more points into energy than vitality? You can. I just constantly am going back to town to get more potions. Yeah, this game is very potion hungry. Later on, you'll get more mana regen and stuff passively, usually. So then it becomes less of an issue. Although I guess I say that as someone who mostly plays Sorceress with a few points into Warmth and a bunch of plus skills from gear. So maybe that's not the case as much on other classes. Gear will fix that way? Yeah. Give me that super chest. Where's the path to the next area? Is it way over here? I'm not used to it being way on the side like that. Huh. Thought it was always in the middle. Am I dumb? Don't answer that, chat.
Oh.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Are we cooked? Maybe. Playing solo, so I get Duriel level 18. Yeah, Duriel is a tough fight. Found a ring called Sling Ring, from Doctor Strange. Gives you +1 to town port. Really? That's a real thing? That's fun. So tough on Warlock. What did I do? I was going back to town constantly, but towards the end, I ended up basically spamming my Summon Goatman spell, and just like not spamming, but like every time he died, I resummoned him as quickly as possible, and was just chugging mana potions and spamming my fire bolts, my ring of fire. Yeah, that's a fun item though. I like that. This character definitely does have like Doctor Strange vibes. That's what you're doing? Yeah. Man, I cannot wait to see what else comes to this game now. I didn't think we were ever going to get another update to this game ever, to be honest. Other than maybe nerfing Mosaic. I'm so glad that they proved me wrong. You hope that they add more stuff to D2 after they see people still care? Yeah, so like they put out a... They did an interview, I think it was PC Gamer, where they basically said they're open to it as long as people don't hate this one. Which I thought was funny. Found a Gall Dagger? Hell yeah. Wait, right outside town? That's lucky. There's a sewer. Why are we yelling? If only they added keyboard and mouse to PS5. Yeah, I know they did to D4. Maybe someday they will. When you see the file number change, you figure it was some kind of console-related thing? Yeah, like... Yeah, when I saw that when it was going from like, what 1.7, 1.8 to 3.0, I was like, alright, that's fishy as hell. And then there was the leaked Warlock image, which I thought was fake. But I'm just like, maybe? Maybe? I'm glad I made a video on it, because I got all the people were like, dude, that's so fake. There's no way. I got to be like, well, it was real. Now what? But I didn't fully believe it either, so I can't say too much. TikTok display ratio looks off. Oh, my bad. I was showing some loot earlier, forgot to move it back. I do that all the time. I need to make it to where, like, if I don't switch it back for, like, a minute, it automatically switches back, because I always forget. Thank you for saying something. Gears of the Artificer? I like it. Justin, I hope that day comes for you when they finally add an Artificer to a Diablo game. For you, I hope it's D3. He wasn't sure because you could see the minimap, but character far right? Yeah. You can bind unique demons? Yep. I think anything except for bosses, right? But I saw a video where somebody bound the Hellforge dude. Hefasto, that's his name. Looks like you can have 3 demons at once, but I think only 1 of each. Oh, is it 1 of each? Okay. I think it's sick. You can carry a 2-handed weapon and shield. Or yeah. That's also nice. You were too much into D3. D3 was great. Like, a lot of people hate on it, and I get it if you, like, don't like it because of the art style, but that game improved so much from when it launched. Like, nowadays, like, I still enjoy going back when they start new seasons, even though it's, like, still just recycled shit. Still a fun game to play for a couple days, at least. You honestly didn't expect that you would have that much fun playing D2R again. Tried to play Oridon, but it's way too endgame, so you stopped playing. You enjoy D4 Oridon much more. So... Oridon, is it just like the Fist of Heaven build? Or like how does an Oridon work in this game? I don't even know. I've never tried it. Your Bind Demons carry across games? Oh, do they? That's one of the questions that I was wondering about. I wasn't sure if you were going to have to resummon it or like rebind it every game. So a Reddit post where someone bound the armor and took him to town to apologize to Charcy. That's funny. How's this going to translate to D4? It's not. I mean, we're getting a Warlock class also in D4, but it's a different Warlock. It's a different Warlock.
What do you need?
D2 Oridon is expensive. Oh, yeah. It uses, like, crazy rune words and stuff, right? Like, dream and stuff. I think that's what it's called. Summon Warlock on D4 would slap, though. So, I mean, we are definitely getting Warlock in D4. And, unfortunately, some footage did leak. So if you look for it, you'll find it. Double Dream? Okay. What up, Nichols? Did your sound not work again? Oh, I see why. You changed your name again. I didn't notice that the other day. I'm fixing. You got your original name back, yeah. That's why I didn't trigger it. Delete a Z. Alright. It should work now, theoretically. How far am I? Act 3 normal. Cruising. New PD2 mod? No. A new mini expansion for Diablo 2 Resurrected. There it is. How's D2 Warlock? It's super fun. It's a little busted. It's pretty strong. I expect it to be nerfed a little bit at some point. Game's like 40 years old. It's like 25 years old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. What up, De Niro? How you doing? Your grandpa played it? Nice. Is it the same as D4 Warlock? Nope.
Not enough mana.
No leaf? Nah. I should have, but I didn't have the rune words, or the runes, and I didn't feel like farming for it, so I've just been going. I did finally make a stealth, though. The new D2 update's great. Having a lot of fun with it. It would be stupid damage. I mean, I kind of do stupid damage as it is, so it is what it is. Warlock equals Devil Worshipper? Hell yeah. There we go. Found it. Whoops. Remakes and updates for old games. I know, right? Get a rib cracker, never use mana pots again? Rib cracker. What does rib cracker do that makes you not need mana? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Crazy. Rib Cracker has regen? I've never really used one. I know that like a lot of like druids use it if I remember correctly. Meow. Okay, so need to just head to Travancore now, but I do want to get the waypoint. What's Warlock's power? So you can use Chaos, Demon, or Eldritch. Or a combination of the three. So Demon is like summoning demons, Chaos is using like just magic damage and fire damage, and then Eldritch is levitating your weapons. Classic Diablo? Diablo 2. Yep, the remake. Remaster. Words. Words is hard. You missed this in the other classic top-down dungeon crawlers. How far are you today and what level? I am Act 3 normal, level 24. I am going very, very quickly through this game. I'm taking my sweet-ass time. I was watching Kano earlier. The speed that he goes through this game. He did like a Warlock 1 to Ubers earlier in like 5.5 hours or something. I'm like, dude, in 5.5 hours, I'm like the end of Act 2 of normal. And you're already killing the Ubers in hell? How do you do this? Nuts. Is Crystal Fall next month? I thought it was supposed to be this month. But I haven't been paying that close attention. Yeah, Kano's crazy good. I got to hang out with Kano last month. It was pretty cool. Serpent Lord Longstaff, not Ribcracker. Okay, I was going to say, I thought Ribcracker was like a melee thing. Only play Diablo 3 and 4. Worth it to play 2 now? You're afraid it'll be too dated and you won't enjoy it? That is the question you have to ask yourself. Because it does feel like an old game. So, like, if you're somebody who can get into old games, the game is fantastic. But if you struggle getting into stuff that just feels old, you might not like it. He speedruns Mortal Kombat with his keyboard? Really? Random. Wonder how much of this will transfer over to D4. In what way? Like the spells and stuff? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I can't talk about it.
Not enough.
Leak! Like I said, there's footage out there. If you really care, you can find it. Somebody did leak it, because people are assholes. You want to spoil it for yourself? Yeah. Saw Torment 5 coming? Yep, they did tease that in the video, didn't they? And I believe during the Sanctuary sit-down, they specified Torment tiers. Be waiting for the expansion to play? I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Blame IGN? I do. I do blame IGN. Heckin' heckers. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I will have footage of the Warlock to share in early March. But that's all I can say about it for now. You love a Torment for D2 or Abyss? You don't care about the name? Yeah, or like Inferno like they had in original Diablo 3 or... Yeah. It'd be cool. Yo, 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 what up? Did I get my torch yet? I'm in normal still. No, I didn't get my torch. How much longer left in Diablo 4 season? So we don't have an official date yet, but based on the reliquary, we're assuming that it's going to be March 10th. Ladder starts February 20th for Diablo 2. It is Friday. March 1st is your birthday. Can I share it then? I cannot tell you what day in March I can release my stuff, but it is early March is what I can say. Did I watch the Warlock gameplay leak? I saw that it exists. I watched 30 seconds to confirm that it was real, but I didn't watch it because I've already played it. So I don't need to watch the leak. Bought it yesterday, losing all the gear each time you died. Got you. That is a thing. Just so you know, though, if you do lose your gear, you can leave the game and rejoin the game, and it'll just be in a pile right by your feet. But then you do have to, like, go through whatever areas that you, already explored again. You just added comments on your Rampage Druid, so badass. Hell yeah. Is it hard to get into D2 if you only played 3 and 4? It is a very old game. If you've never played it before, it's going to feel like a very old game. I love it, but it's not for everybody.
Yes.
Who repairs here? Is it Hugh? Is it Hugh? Yep, there we go. And then I couldn't play with a friend on PC. Yeah, it's not cross-platform. True. It's interesting D3 didn't get any love. I think that's just a manpower issue. I think they decided that this is the time for Diablo 2 and Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal, and then maybe in the future we'll get some love for D1 and D3. Maybe. Will the new skill tree on D4 release in season 12? No, it's with the expansion, not with season 12. We never did find the Gid bin. Do I care?
Moo.
You just have to get through the beginning. After you level a little bit, it's a lot better. That's true. That is true. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, the Gid bin's in Flare. We'll find it. We'll find it. How do I have moves on the F keys? I mean, that's where they default in this game. So I'm not sure I understand the question. So like if you hover over them, you can just push whatever button you want to bind them to. For people who haven't played D2, before your character has stamina and stops running when your stamina is depleted, you should mention that. Yeah, early game, the stamina is brutal. And I know David Brevik, like the guy who basically created D1 and D2, he regrets putting the stamina system in. He's like, that's not fun. That's just annoying. Yours defaulted 1 to 8 with slots being QWER. Maybe they changed the defaults for people who picked it up later. I don't know. But by default, the spells are just left click, right click, and like you can assign these to F1, F2, F3, F4. And potions are on 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless I changed it forever ago to be more like original Diablo 2 and forgot, which I guess is possible. Potions or QWER? Are you sure you didn't change that? Because I'm pretty sure that they always start as 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless there's options. Like maybe there's presets? No? I don't know. Yours defaults to the F keys as well. They changed something? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Game's a lot harder on console than PC? Maybe. I've never played it on console, so I'm not sure. I can't really speak to that one. Does the scroll wheel change spells? Yep. Sure does. Okay, if I was the Gidbin, where would I be? Maybe over here? I'm going very completionist with all the quests and stuff. Did you ever watch the video I sent you? Remind me what the video was? Found it.
Not enough
Music video. Oh, the girl? Yes.
almost
I can't remember name or song or anything, but yes. Yes, I did. I was half asleep when you sent it to me, so I didn't respond. But when I woke up, I'm like, oh yeah. What's the best skill at the moment? What build am I running? So I'm just leaning into Ring of Fire. It just seems super OP early level. Hello? What's happening? I clicked the Gidbin, nothing happened. Did I pick it? Apparently I picked it up. Oh. Alright. Did I like it? Yes. It was good. Is the Warlock coming to Diablo 4 anytime soon? April 28th. Or, like I'm suspecting, it's probably going to be late night April 27th because they're probably going to do the global launch again. But that's not confirmed. The next one after Ring of Fire is OP. So I do have that also. The Flame Wave. Although I don't have many points in it. I don't like it as much, personally, but I have heard it's really good. I probably just need to put more points into it. Give it more love.
Now that
Talk to Ormus. My mystery package isn't here yet. Wait. Oh, Ormus, not Alcor. Ormus. Seen a dude using Flame Demon and wrecking everything? Flame Demons. What are Flame Demons? Tell me more. Ooh, piece of candy. Just got to Act 2 and remember why you hate the lightning bugs? Oh, the lightning bugs are brutal. I don't think I've died yet on this character now that I say that out loud. Is there a way to check how many deaths you have in this game? They throw fireballs. I don't know. Alright, Meth, I'm coming for you. The Tainted? Okay. So I was using him, but I stopped because I got this that had +2 to Goatmen. He's a Mod Podge of other characters. A little bit. Definitely feels a little Necro, a little Sorceress. But also does his own things, which is pretty cool. You never play D2, no beginner guides. I know Maxroll has a bunch of D2 guides. I assume they probably have some some basic guides to learn the ropes. I keep seeing my dude running at me, thinking it's an enemy. It's not. Any good loot filters for early game? So the game does have like a built-in loot filter, like a starter loot filter for every character, but it didn't look like it really does a whole lot. Can you please see the skill table? Yeah. So you got your miasma spells, your flame spells, your sigils. You got a bunch of eldritch spells, which are for your like levitating weapon things. You got hexes, mirrored blades. You got your demons, your summon demons, your demon mastery, some oaths, and you can consume the minions, doing different things to the minions. You can bind a demon. He does have a melee tree that uses like the levitating weapons. Yep. I'm not really using that very much, but I've heard it's pretty strong if you do lean into it. How's lock leveling feeling? It feels pretty good. I've been using Ring of Fire pretty much the whole time, and it just blows up everything. But it is pretty mana hungry. Oh, there's a door over there. Okay. It's going to look awesome once you have good gear and levels. Yeah. I've seen some, a little bit of high-end gameplay, and it looks nuts. Been using the minions so far. You'll one goat man to increase this. I feel like mana regen doesn't work. You have a total of 35 regen. It just doesn't move. I don't know. Like mine moves, but it's slow. But I don't have much. What do I have? I have. Thought I had some. Somewhere. Yeah, just the 15% of my stealth, I guess. It moves, but it's slow. Did they add new damage type? Nope. So this stuff, like it looks like chaos magic or something. It's just magic damage. Not any particular type, just base magic. We need pots. Run Ring of Fire in the wall. You have stealth and mana to heal. Yeah, I'm just going through a lot of potions, honestly. I haven't really solved my mana issues yet. Does Ring of Fire do physical or fire or just fire? I think it's just fire, but I'm not 100% sure on that either. There was another dude down here, wasn't there? Google AI already has build suggestions for warlocks. The question is, do you trust it? You were wondering if anyone has experienced a bug where you can't play with a friend because it said one of us doesn't have the expansion, even though we both tried unfriending each other. You both have so you both have Reign of the Warlock and have converted your characters to Reign of the Warlock, just to make sure. They do both have to be on the same game mode. We converted both of our classes? Huh. I'm not sure. In that case, I would recommend putting in a support ticket.
I am overwhelmed.
I haven't really tried to do any like online multiplayer stuff though, so I don't know personally. Lame first drop, I know, right? That was a very easy Mephisto kill. You were excited for this until you saw the $25 price tag. Honestly, I would have paid $25 for this happily, even without the class. I think it's so good. You don't know how true it is, but in your mind, the first kill always the better loot. So that is supposed to be a thing. I think I just got bad RNG. Like, I know there used to be a bug where like people would like bug out Andy, so she would always drop her first time loot because it is supposed to be better. So that seems good, but like all the res and stuff on it. But do I want to lose the +2 to Goatmen? You were surprised they only charged $25? Blizzard has charged more in the past for less? Yeah, and like it's $25 for years worth of development time that has no microtransactions, no monthly fee, like no subscription fee. Like there's no pay to win in it. Like it's just a one-time fee forever, and you have it forever. I don't know. I think it's well worth $25. Can't play with your friend? Update issue or platform issue? You should be able to. See it on Steam? You forgot you have to install Blizzard to find your game? Bought it back long ago, but your PC was back. Gotcha. Yeah, you can get it on Steam now, but if you want to play it on Steam, you're going to have to rebuy it. You have to look at the whole project. You think it's fair? They also don't know how much it'll sell. That's true. Yeah, they had no idea how many copies would actually sell. But the fact that they're making new content now means that there's probably going to be more coming later, which is really exciting to me. Did they restart the ladder? Next Friday is the new ladder. What game's on Steam? Diablo 2 Resurrected? Is Warlock OP? Yep. A little bit. It's not like crazy OP, but it's definitely strong. Making a bow warlock, working out pretty well so far. Faith bow, mirrored blade, the first text thing. Nice. Nobody at Blizzard was being paid for D2 content. They allocated money on a project that might not. Nobody at Blizzard was being paid for D2 content. I mean, the people on the D2 team probably were. Probably? I don't know.
Not in town.
Unless you're saying something that I'm misunderstanding. Can't say 3 words, the app filtered it? Uh-oh. You must be playing wrong. You shouldn't be picking up every piece of loot that drops. Your bags fill fast. I don't. No. So, a lot of the stuff with this game is like this game, you don't salvage stuff for materials like you do in Diablo 4. Like, you really only need to pick stuff up if you're actually going to use it, or if it's stuff that, like, you know is going to sell for a lot of money. But there's a lot of items that, like, they barely sell for anything. And as you play more, you kind of learn what items are worth picking up and what items aren't. Or you get a loot filter, which is new. Game's worth playing, never gave it a shot. If you like playing older, like if you can get into older games, this game is fantastic. But it does feel pretty old. But, I mean, I always say this is my second favorite game of all time. The only game that I rank higher is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is also heavily nostalgia influenced, But you don't mind older games? You're replaying Sonic right now? Okay. Well, but you're replaying. That's different. Playing an old game that you grew up with versus playing a brand new old game is a very different. It's a very different thing. But it's still great. Gameplay and graphics look great. Which version is this? So this is the brand new Reign of the Warlock DLC pack for Diablo 2 Resurrected. What's endgame? So endgame in this game is kind of weird. So you play through the game 3 times in normal, nightmare, and hell difficulty. Once you finish the game on hell difficulty, well, on any difficulty really, you unlock terror zones, so you can play different areas in a terrorized version, which is sort of like Helltide in Diablo 4. Yo, thank you for the subby. It makes the whole area, like the monsters are higher level, they have like higher chance to drop better loot, that kind of thing. And they did make some changes to it in this patch. Whoops, didn't mean that. And then there's also, like, you can target farm bosses to try to get better loot from them. And there are certain bosses that can drop keys that you can unlock, like tormented bosses. Not tormented bosses, what do they call them? Uber bosses. Which is why everybody called them Uber bosses and Uber uniques and stuff in Diablo 4 when it dropped. But it's basically just going to different zones and farming monsters and farming bosses and stuff. It's not like a dedicated endgame like there is in other games. Could you do what you're doing right now, Fire Blaster thing, the whole run? So the thing with this game is the higher difficulties you go, you do start running into monsters that have more and more difficult immunities. So you will get monsters that are like resistant to fire or completely immune to fire. So you'll have to figure out like ways to negate their fire immunities or start using like other spells that don't use fire damage, for example. So like you can hybrid a little bit. But there are things that you have to like figure out how to deal with, and it can be difficult. Have I done Colossal Ancients? I'm still in normal difficulty, so no, I have not. I've been playing through it a little slow because I've been answering a lot of questions, which I don't mind doing. So don't take that that way. But yeah, I've been answering many questions and playing very, very casually, very chill. Bow, 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 bow. Seems like less enemies to deal with than D3 and D4 at once. D3 for sure. D4 depends on the area. How am I liking the Warlock? So hyped for the new class after all this time. Yeah. I mean, just having new stuff is awesome. The class is a little OP right now, but I definitely think it'll get adjusted. But it feels good. Are you bad because you're only level 15? I mean, I'm only level 24. Top 5 game of all time? For me, it's top 2. I love this game.
Not enough.
Yeah, my number 1 game is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Diablo 2 is number 2, and it's close. Number 3, probably Final Fantasy VII. To start your Warlock, not sure what skills to run. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. I went in completely blind, not knowing what to do, and I ended up doing Rain of Fire, and it felt really good immediately, so I've just stuck with it. But I've seen people doing all kinds of different builds. It's your second. First place goes back between A Link to the Past and Super Metroid. I did like Super Metroid. I didn't play it nearly as much, though. Link to the Past over Ocarina of Time? For me, yes. I loved Ocarina of Time, but I enjoy the top-down style more than the 3D style, personally. I know that's like blasphemy for a lot of people, but I've never been good with 3D controller games. Never. Like, trying to play stuff like Elden Ring or whatever, I have to play keyboard and mouse. Like, I can't do it with a controller. Never have been able to. Not well, anyways. FF8 over 7. I loved 8 also. I loved 7, 8, and 10. 9 was decent too, but I didn't play it as much. But that whole era for Final Fantasy was just so good. So good. Rumors are doing Link to the Past in the same style. In the same style as what? Oh, the Link's Awakening? I missed that message. So the Link's Awakening remake was fantastic. Yeah, I agree with that. If they did a Link to the Past in that style, one, I think they're missing a huge opportunity if they don't embrace what the community has done and add randomizers. No! Shit! I think that's my first death. You mean your favorite games aren't indie jank from the early aughts that only ever released in Russian language and 12 people worldwide have played. Basic. True. True. Heck. All right. Heck. The story in 8 was amazing. I did like 8 a lot. I liked 7, 8, and 10 a whole lot. A whole lot. I have no money now. Triple Triad was your favorite thing about 8? Triple Triad was great. I loved Blitzball in 10. Actually, I think I liked the Blitzball better in 10 too. I don't remember. But yeah, if they ever do a remaster or like remake for A Link to the Past, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. The shit out of it. But yeah, they need to do a randomizer because like I used to stream a shitload of Link to the Past randomizer. Like I was obsessed with it. It's so good. Yeah. There are pre-constructed commander decks for Final Fantasy 7 and 10. Nice. Mountain Dew, Hot Pockets, and Halo 4v4? Hell yeah. Alright, all my gold is just gone. Poof!
Not in town. I can't do that here. I can't do that here.
I can't do that. Alright, let's not die. Okay, at this point, since I'm all out of gold, I definitely need to pick up stuff. Let's go! Where are we going? Going to the store? Get some snacks? Did I res my merc? I don't have the money to do so right now because I died and lost all my gold. I didn't think to stash any of it because I didn't think I was going to die like that. I was like only kind of half paying attention and didn't realize I was getting like absolutely annihilated. So that was fun. I need more juice. Give me that.
What do you need?
Most overhyped game out? Which one? This one? That's a hot take. Loving the QOL updates. Rip to the Runin Gem Mules. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not complaining about that.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, we keep going. Keep going. You gotta find Izzy, my boy Izzy. It was a good run. Riz Gems 1, 2, and 3, right? Hey, I found him. That was quick. Thank you for the you're awesome. Appreciate it. And you're awesome. Oh boy. Woo! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Need more juice.
Hail to you, champion.
Slowly getting through Act 1 on your Warlock. Too much kid aggro. Hate it when that happens. We'll get him someday. Did it add any new area content? So it didn't add any new areas. It only, like, as far as like content wise, it really only added the Colossal Ancients Pinnacle boss. But the fact that they opened the can of worms and started adding new content, it does seem like they're open to making more now. And I'm kind of expecting we might get a full expansion with a new act, maybe announced at BlizzCon. Maybe. That'd be pretty hype. They did tease at the end of the 30th anniversary presentation. We're not going to believe what they have planned for BlizzCon. And that would make Riz very, very excited. Could you imagine another character in Act, right? Like, it seems very realistic now. A week ago, it seemed like the most unrealistic thing ever. But now, I could totally see it happen. Never played D2, only D4 and D3. Might pick this up. It is good. Just go into it knowing it is very old. And so, like, it'll feel like a very different style game. But it is very good. It might not feel that way right at first, but give yourself some time to learn it. It's really good. All right, come on. Come on. There we go. We did it. Can you switch to vintage graphics? So with the new Reign of the Warlock expansion, if you switch to it, you cannot switch to classic graphics anymore. That was the trade-off. New content equals no old graphics. So if we get a new act, it won't be available with old graphics. You can still zoom in though, but you cannot switch to old graphics. You play a D1 Resurrected? I think that's going to happen eventually. Eventually. You'd hate for them to ruin what made it great. Here's the thing. They can't ruin what makes it great because you can still play the old version. Resurrected isn't changing. This is basically another version on top of that if you want to switch to it. So, like, effectively, Resurrected, like in World of Warcraft terms, like you have World of Warcraft, like Classic, and then this is essentially Classic Plus. So, like, if you roll your characters over to it, you're opting into the new content. But if you want to play it exactly how it was, with the exception of Terror Zones and Thunder Charms and stuff, that's just Resurrected, that's not changing. How do you have your extra moves showing? Through the gameplay settings right here. Display active skill bindings. Seems they're announcing something big at BlizzCon. I think so too. We know we're going to get big announcements for Diablo 4, probably Immortal. But I would not be surprised to get Diablo 2 something also. Okay, how's the DLC? It's really good. I'm loving it. Like, I've seen a lot of people complaining that it's a $25 pack. In my opinion, even without the Warlock, it's worth $25. Like, just for the quality of life improvements and, like, the new endgame stuff and the Chronicle and the loot filter and stuff, I would have paid $25 just for that. I've put so many hours into this game, having that quality of life is well worth it. Having another class on top of it is just, mwah. D4 expansion. So a D4 expansion is happening on April 28th, the Lord of Hatred expansion, and I would not be surprised if we get the third expansion teased at BlizzCon this year. Is it a lot of content? The DLC pack that just came out doesn't add content so much. It's a lot of quality of life. It's new rune words, new uniques, new set items. There's a new pinnacle boss, a new colossal ancients. So you fight the ancients, but a harder version of them. They added some new materials. So like these drop from like the end game bosses that you can use them to modify terror zones and make them more difficult. And then you can also craft new jewels. That should just be a patch. They spent years making all this stuff. Like they're not just gonna give it away for free. I don't know. Like, if it was just the quality of life stuff, like just the stash tabs, I could see that being a patch, but they added so much extra stuff. And then with the class on top of it, well worth $25. Also, the fact that, like, people are saying $25 is expensive. Like... I posted on Twitter, like, that's the cost of, like, going to, like, a movie and buying a popcorn. How many hours are you going to get out of this versus how many hours you're going to get out of that? Right? Like, keep your character from OG Resurrected. So, your current characters stay as Resurrected, but you can upgrade them if you want to. It's optional. So, like, this same goes with the stash. Like, your shared stash on expansion will stay in expansion, but if you move the stuff to a character or a personal tab and then move that character to the new expansion, it will move with you. But it doesn't do it automatically. You have to manually do it. No hesitations, take my money. Exactly, that's what I said too. I think the price is a tad high for most people. $25 for, like, if you adjust this back for inflation based on, like, when this game came out, it's $10. I don't know. I don't know. We should all give Blizzard $25 to try to encourage new expansion. Yeah, the better this does, the more likely they are to do even more content. So, like, I'm like, take my money. It's like a freaking Happy Meal, basically. Like, I don't know. Like, I did have some people commenting on Twitter saying, like, in their country, that's like a week's worth of pay. And if that's the case, then they just need regional pricing. That's shitty. But, like, for in America, like, minimum wage in most areas is what, like, $15? I know it's not everywhere, but, like, I don't know. If you can't afford $2 or 2 hours worth of your pay for a game that'll last you hundreds and hundreds of hours, I think maybe you need to be prioritizing something other than playing video games. $15 to $20, you think going over 20 is a push for people. The difference of $5 is nothing. Hoping for a Witch Doctor, not Warlock for D4. A lot of people wanted Witch Doctor. It could still happen someday, but very clearly their focus was Warlock across all games, so this was the Warlock year. But it could still happen someday. Especially if enough people want it. Alright. I'm gonna put 3 points to get Blade Warp. I do need it. Is D2 better than D4? It is an apples to oranges comparison. That's like saying, like, is Super Mario 1 better than Odyssey? Like, they're so different. They're so different. Some people are going to like the original. Some people are going to like the new stuff. It just depends what you're looking for. I think this game has better itemization. You get more dopamine from the loot drops. But I think Diablo 4 has better moment-to-moment combat. Like, it just feels like a more modern game. It feels more fluid. But it's going to be different for everybody. Do I have a torch? I am level 25. I am still in normal difficulty. I do not. Just made sense we need a willpower class. Yeah. I mean, a Witch Doctor could have been a willpower class also, for sure. But like, I still think we're going to be getting many Diablo 4 expansions. Like, I think we're going to at least get 3 more after this, because I think we're going to go back to level 100. What is a torch? In the end game in this game, there's what's called a Hellfire Torch, which is a drop that you can get by killing the Ubers. It's basically it's a large torch, so it's a charm that takes up 2 inventory slots, and it gives you like plus to all skills and plus to all stats, and I think it, like when you get hit, you have a chance to cast like some kind of fire effect or something. I don't remember exactly, but it basically is like an extra stat stick that's really strong for how many inventory slots it takes up. I don't remember the exact stats though, because my memory's bad and I'm old. It's hard getting one now. Is it? Does it have Magic Find? I know Geeds has Magic Find. I don't know if Hellfire does or not. When I get the next waypoint, I can log on to one of my old characters and I can show you what they look like. You play D2 so much but never reach endgame. That's fair. Stats, res, skills, and chance to use Hellfire skill. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Yeah, Geed's Fortune is the Grand Charm that has Magic Find. I don't. Hellfire doesn't, I don't think. And then there's also the Annihilus Charm, which comes from Diablo clone. So that's a different endgame thing. And that's the one that spawns from selling Stone of Jordans to the vendors. So I have not had a chance to try the update. Do the potions stack now? No. So not in your inventory. You can stack rejuves in your stash, but in your inventory, they're still the same as they've always been. Yeah, materials, gems, and runes all stack now. But only in your stash, not in your inventory. I'm so used to opening up the tome, forgetting that I bound it to a key on my keyboard. Thank you for the follow. Find a good weapon. You love the book offhand. So I'm just using a random yellow. But I'm basically just using it for the one to summon Goatmen. I really should probably make like some kind of rune word. Like a leaf or something, but meh. That's what Tier Ral is leaf, I think.
I can't.
Can you summon multiple demons? So by default, you can only summon one, but if you put points into demonic mastery, for every 10 points, you can summon an extra one, so you can get up to 3.
Hail to you, champion.
Okay, so who do I definitely have a torch on? This guy, probably. What's the best leveling build? I don't know. I've only been playing the one, and I'm only like I'm still in normal, so I don't know. So this is what a torch looks like. So it has 5% chance to cast a level 10 Firestorm on striking, plus 3 to Sork skills, and then it can get up to 20% on all resists, 20% on all attributes, and then light radius, and a level 30 Hydra. What character is that? Warlock. Yep, they just added it a couple days ago. The first new character in 25 years. Crazy, right? 8 light radius. I know, crazy. Yeah, they added like a whole like mini expansion. It's not an actual expansion. It's a major update. It's basically a DLC pack that has the new class, a bunch of quality of life. So like now when you go to your stash, you get a personal tab, you get a shared tab with 5 shared tabs down here, and then a stackable gem tab, a stackable materials tab, and a stackable runes tab, which is crazy. Never thought it would actually come. And then they also built in loot filters into the game, which you can export and you can share them with other people online. I built a website specifically for that purpose. If you want to go to diablofilter.com, you can sign up and check it out. Shameless self-promotion. And then also the Chronicle mode, which is basically a built-in holy grail. So any items that you find, they'll show up in here, and you can set it to like what I found. So I found an angel ring. It dropped from a dark shaman. It says the first time that you found it. Crazy. It's crazy. And then also for this stuff, you get rewards. So if you found every single unique item in the game, you get this backlight effect. If you find every set item in the game, you get this footstep effect. If you get every rune word, you get this town portal effect. You got to put in a lot of work to get these, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. And the fact that they have this whole thing that does have a scroll bar suggests that they're going to be adding more. The wild part is all those QOL features are what Diablo 4 needs to fix Ash. Yeah, true. I would not be surprised if we eventually do get some new stuff with the D4 like that, and like maybe with Lord of Hatred that they just haven't announced yet. Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing a very good job showing this. You're, I'm happy to hear that. Prayers up is I can't speak. Desperately needed. Yeah, like just the amount of love that this game has needed. Like it has such a loving community. Like people who love Diablo 2, like they're so passionate about this game. So the fact that it did take us like 3 years to get this update is huge. Like I thought we were gonna get the Terror Zones and the Sunder Charms, and that was pretty much it. But now they've basically opened the doors to new content, and that's super exciting.
What do you need?
Super exciting. I should probably res my Merc. Do I have the gold? Maybe. Did play D2 since... Yeah, I've been playing since 2001. So I started playing just like a month before Lord of Destruction was released. Because my little brother, one of his friends brought it over, and they were playing it. And I saw it, and I'm like... What the hell is that? I need that game. And it changed everything for me. So we're gonna go... here, and we're gonna go here. Cool. D3 needs Warlock now? That'd be sick. Okay, so that spell is crazy. So... I can throw my sword, and then wherever it lands, I teleport to it. But it doesn't go through walls, so it's not as good as teleport. But that's pretty cool. So, like, whee! It's kind of slow, but... We've made it to chaos. You pissed your brother off when D2 came out because we had to remove his favorite game on the family PC for you to play. Then it got installed on your PC. Wasn't even strong enough to run it. Oof. That's relatable. This game's so good, though. It's so good! Alright, let's go get pots. Riz, you have that bound to T. You don't need to open your inventory every time. The muscle memory is so real. How crazy is it that there's more excitement for a 30-year-old ARPG than anything on the market? I mean, Diablo 2 is like really what got the genre started in the first place. Like, Diablo 1 was good, but Diablo 2 was like, it changed everything. But also, it's also still the first week. I'm sure as soon as like the new PoE League comes out and the new D4 season comes out, like everybody's gonna drop off again and then come back if there's new content or when new seasons drop or whatever. It's the typical ARPG cycle, I'm sure. Everybody's gushing over the Warlock now, but I'm sure it'll fade, sadly. 5 minutes ago I was in Act 3. I mean, Act 4 is pretty short. That's one thing a lot of people have been hoping for a while, is that they finish up Act 4, like actually finish, because Act 4 was released unfinished. That's why there's only 3 quests. You're gonna try Warlock tonight? It's sick. It's fun. You're gonna like it, I think. You'll probably like it. Probably. I hope. Boop, boop. Can I get a belt with more... Maybe. Give us Act 6. I really think there's a good chance that we get something announced at BlizzCon. How did I turn walking on? Whoops. I am so excited for BlizzCon. If anybody's going, come say hi. Hi from Slovakia. What's going on, Slovakia? Ethrune, my favorite. I am really curious how this Ring of Fire got added in this state. Like how they didn't see, like, this seems a little strong.
Greetings.
I have no money. I gotta sell something. Yeah, we'll sell this Sanders. That's fine. And these, whatever these are, who cares? Who cares?
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Do I have enough to get this guy? Nope. Alright. Oh boy. Is the DLC worth? I think so. I would have paid the $25 even without the Warlock, if I'm being honest. But I'm a big Blizzard shill.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Ah, heck.
Not enough mana. Mana. Not enough mana.
I need the juice. Oh, he died? Bet.
I can't carry anymore.
Keep an eye out for wands and staffs and scepters and skills they sell for quick money. It's true. You hate how that move costs so much mana? Yeah. I mean, it's crazy strong, so I get it. But yeah, it is costly. You know what makes you mad? Tell me. I don't know if that's better for my mercenary, so I don't want to sell it. You've been playing D2 since you were 5 back in 03. It's cool to see DLC. I know, right? You want the level 30 move? This one? The Apocalypse? Yeah. I'm almost there. I'm at 25. When you take your car in to get serviced and they halfway put it back together. Yeah, they should put it all the way back together. Is the DLC worth the money? I think so. what I've been saying is even without the Warlock, I would have personally paid the $25. But that's got to be a you decision. Seems like you can't share loot filters on PlayStation because you don't see the code. So when you go there, in here, that share button's not there. Seems like Warlock is similar to the Magic in D1. I didn't play much Magic in D1. I've only played D1 a little bit, so I'm not sure, but maybe. What more content is besides the Warlock? Is the stash in DLC 2? Is the stash is only in the DLC. Okay, so let's run through everything that it comes with. Okay, so obviously it comes with the Warlock. That's the big one. And then we get stash tabs. So you get more shared pages, and then you get stackable materials, runes. I can draw well. Materials, runes, and gems. You get a built-in loot filter. You get a built-in Holy Grail called the Chronicle. Drawing with a mouse is fun. And then, so in endgame, they give you a way to control the terror zones. And then they also have the Colossal Ancients, which is a new pinnacle boss encounter. There are 30 new items, which includes uniques, rune words, and set items. Good mouse writing. For mouse writing, it's not the worst, but yeah, that's no share function, probably because it's not crossplay. You might be right. What's the control terror? So with the terror zones right now, or in the previous game, the terror zone just randomly rotated every hour. Now it's every half hour, and they get different modifiers. And then if you get there's like 5 different statues from like the end game bosses. If you combine all of them, you get like a thing that lets you. I don't want to misspeak. There's these statues, and then there's also these 5 things here. I don't remember exactly what does what. Some of them control the terror zones. That makes it to where you can basically terrorize an entire act, and then the other one lets you craft new jewels. I'm like, they're not gems. They're not charms. They're jewels. So yeah, there's just basically new endgame things that you can farm for. There's new jewels. There's a bunch of new things. Should you switch all your characters to the new DLC? You can. The thing about that, if you're gonna switch everything, you want to keep in mind anything that is in your shared stash will not automatically move with you. So anything that's in here, you want to bring onto either your personal page or onto your main, like your actual character, before you convert it. That way it'll bring it with you to the new Reign of the Warlock DLC. They are separate. Is my package here yet? Follow on a live map. That means it's close, huh? Are you sure that's not a workaround? I mean, that's intended. Am I playing Diablo 4? Not currently. I'm playing Diablo 2, but I will be playing Diablo 4. I just realized they changed the picture down here, though. Let's play Diablo 4? No, thank you. I'll be playing Diablo 4 on March 10th when the new season starts. But Diablo 2 just had a major update, so we're playing that instead. Paragon 190, nice. Started Warlock yesterday. Are you loving it? I've been having a blast with it so far. All right, I'm watching my package on the map now. Cool. D4 is so bad? It's really not. Anybody who says that D4 is bad, I feel like they probably haven't played it in like a year or two, because the game has had a lot of huge upgrades and it feels way better now.
What do you need?
Okay. I repaired, but my shield's still busted. Oh, it's ethereal. That checks out.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I love D4. It definitely had a rough launch, but I've always seen the promise in it, and I know that the devs are dedicated to continually improving it for like years and years and years. Play the first year and D2 is way better. I mean, I wouldn't argue that. I think D2 is great. It's one of the best games ever made. But I think D4 has gotten significantly better since launch. And with the new expansion coming out, I'm very excited. Some of the stuff they're doing is pretty cool. And, like, I got to meet some of the devs a couple weeks ago when they flew me out to Irvine. And just some of the passion those guys have, like, they're genuinely excited for us to get our hands on the new expansion, and that makes me excited. Well, heck. I need money so bad. That one death, like, ruined everything.
Greetings.
Well, heck. Got 2 potions. Like D2 and D4 is doing better, but it's not even going to get close to what. Oh, PoE. Yeah. So, I mean, they're definitely trying to be very different games. PoE is targeted directly to the people who are playing all day, every day, like just blasting nonstop. Diablo is definitely intended to be more for everybody, right? So they got to aim towards the casuals and the blasters. So you're gonna get different experiences for both. And if you don't like one, that's fine. But to just say that Diablo is bad because they're like you're not the target audience, eh. Oh, another person complaining about the $25? Man. In a game with 0 microtransactions, 0 subscription, 0 pay to win, how dare they charge $25 for a ton of stuff? How dare them? Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Gonna buy this game today. What's the best class to play?
What do you
That's gonna really depend on what you enjoy. The Warlock is the new one, so that's what I'm playing, and it's pretty fun. All right, so this is broken, so we can sell that now. Just bought D2 remastered just for this. It's pretty cool. The reason it's $25 because they work. Yeah, they've been working on this for like 2 years. It's not like they just poofed it overnight and now they're throwing a $25 price tag on it. If you're planning to play D4, you need to buy the expansion pack for Paladin. Yeah, Paladin and Warlock. Yep. All right. Cool. We got my dude back. Half the price of a full game for one character is insane. It's not just one character. It's one character plus a ton of quality of life that people have been wanting for years, plus new endgame activities, plus built-in like whole new modes, like not modes, but like features that like people have wanted for a long time. And it took, like, they had to hire a team to make all of it. They hired voice actors and animators and, like, designers. Like, you're not just going to be able to give that away for free in a game that doesn't have microtransactions in it. Like, PoE has microtransactions in it. That's why they can afford to make the updates free. Have I played PD2? Oh, yeah, PD2 is great. It says it's 30... this game is $39.99 on Battle.net because... so, the base game is $35. The expansion is $25. For $40, you can get both. And on Steam, they just released it on Steam, so you have to buy the base game too. I'm kind of surprised they're not selling Resurrected without Reign of the Warlock on Steam. Alright, we might have issues with this guy. Maybe. Do you need to buy a season pass like D4? No, this does not have any seasons. It doesn't have any season passes. It does have seasons, but it's completely free. There's no microtransactions in this game at all. And to be clear, you don't need to buy season pass like in D4 either. The season pass is only for cosmetics. Just making that real clear. Like, people act like you have to buy the season pass to play the season, and that's never been true.
Not enough mana.
This is the new class for D2, yes. Okay, so he is immune to fire, so we will cast this guy. Is the ladder like seasons in D? It is, but for a long time they haven't added really like Diablo 4 has like new content for all the seasons. This one basically is just a ladder reset. When D2R first came out, they did do a couple things with some of the early seasons, like they added terror zones and new rune words and stuff. They haven't done that in a while, but now that they've released this, I'm hopeful that they might start adding new things again for seasons. But right now, when they do a new season every 4 or so months, it's just a ladder reset. Yeah, they dropped a new class and a ton of quality of life stuff with D2R, and a little bit of new endgame stuff as well. Alright, let's kill this guy. Got him. Oh, it's Diablo time. You have it on PS5, could you use Warlock there? If you buy the Reign of the Warlock DLC pack, it's $25.
Not even death can save you from me.
Oh boy. He is just eating this guy's lunch. Yeah, and you can carry over your other characters to this mini expansion thing, like this major update. But if you move it forwards, you can never go back. And if you move forwards, you can't use the classic graphics mode anymore. That's the downside of it. But I don't think that's too big of a deal for most people. Is his health dropping? Not really. We might be in trouble here. Is it worth playing D2R on console? You have the ROG Xbox Ally. I've only ever played it on PC, so I don't know. What level am I? 25. Jeez. Do you start new seasons with a MF character to build it? I usually do. I usually start with a Blizzard Sork and then do other stuff if I want to keep playing. This is gonna take a while. He's quite tanky, huh? I might need to go farm up some gear or something. This is just normal.
Hail to you, champion.
Do I have the sigil? I don't have any sigils, no. I've been leaning all into the Ring of Fire, which has been fine up until now. Respect to fire? I have fire. Like I'm full on Ring of Fire. But he was just eating my lunch. It's because like these guys are just dying immediately, so I'm not able to really get in there. All right. He just melts them. I play on Battle.net, but it is available on Steam now. Shit, I'm out of money again.
What do you need?
Well, I think I just need to go farm some money. So we'll do that and come back. Am I having more fun than D4? I mean, I love both games. I enjoy playing whatever game has the newest content, whether that be D2, D4, PoE1, PoE2. I bounce between all of them. You watch the Xbox podcast with Brent and Matt? No. What's that? What is it? What level? 25. Has this game had an update or something? Yeah. The Reign of the Warlock major update. Added a whole new class. You don't know how to describe it any more than you did. Okay. What's it about? Made it through Act 1 and Act 4 looks rough. Can be. Diablo 2 is still being played? Yeah, they just released a new major update for it a couple days ago. But really, Diablo 2 never stopped being played. There's been people who've been playing it for 25 years without stopping. You are people? Nice. Is it on Battle.net? It is on Battle.net, yep.
I am overburdened.
Xbox podcast with... Oh, that Brent and that Matt. Got it.
Yes?
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Took my brain a second to register that follow. Alright.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Got that one. Uniques are so much harder to get than D4. I love that personally. Like, I hate the way the itemization works in Diablo 4, where it's like by day 2 of the season you have all the pieces of like gear that you need. Like, I loved the rarity of like unique items and stuff in this game because of the dopamine when you finally get the good items that you need. I feel like the whole TikTok design of like modern games is just so like there's just no dopamine left.
Yes?
Did I skip Act 5? No, I'm still in Act 4. I just went back to Act 1 to go kill the Countess.
Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Thank you for the follow. What level am I? I'm 25, and the Warlock feels pretty good, although I got to Diablo, and he's whooping my ass. Yeah, I can't buy anything because I have no money. So yeah, we're gonna have to just go farm stuff. I never did get the Durance waypoint. Whack. he just heal? The heck? The heck, Ming? You hope Mephisto isn't too hard at level 24? I kind of kicked Mephisto's ass, but Duriel I've been struggling with. Not Duriel. Diablo. That just sold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Love it.
I'm surprised.
Where can you buy this? Anywhere. It's on BattleNet. It's on Steam. It's on Xbox. It's on PlayStation. It's on Switch. Take your pick. If you already own Diablo 2 Resurrected, it costs $25 for the Reign of the Warlock pack. If you don't already have it, it costs $40 for both. He destroyed Duriel, took like a grand total of 0 damage. So Duriel I struggled with a little bit. Mephisto I destroyed easily. Diablo I'm doing like no damage to. Two different builds, yeah. Is there any new lore with the DLC? I mean, there's no new, like, quests. I don't know if there's any Warlock lore in here. I don't really pay attention to lore in video games. My brain just doesn't compute. This is a new DLC, yep. It's not like a full expansion. It's like a class pack with a little bit of quality of life and a little bit of extra endgame, a few new items, that kind of thing. New rune words. But I do suspect it's very possible, now that they're updating it again, that we might get an expansion announcement at BlizzCon. That's my hopium right now. Doing Miasma Bolt chains at the moment, planning on going into Abyss. Nice. That's what I was gonna do, and then I got 1 point into the Ring of Fire, and I'm like, ooh, that feels really good. I will translate that in a second, but I only speak English, so give me a second. Possibly the best lore in a game. I know people who like the lore love the lore of Diablo. What does this say? Translate. What class is this? This is the Warlock class. Hey look, the Hellforged Hammer floating around in front of me. That's funny. We got no juice left. We're gonna go...
What do you need?
How's the new class? It's fun. I definitely think at some point it will get... We'll call it balanced a little bit. I think it is a little on the strong side right now. But it's fun.
Need mana.
Trying out demon summons at the moment. Not as great so far as you thought it would be. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up getting stronger later, whereas like the spells and stuff are better early. Eld rune from the Hellforge. Awesome. Love that. Love that for me. Have I encountered immune enemies yet? I'm in normal, so I've had like a couple fire immunes, but that's about it. Nothing like major.
Hail to you, champion.
Cakewalk Mephisto, yeah, he's kind of a pushover. Sure. They locked your Sork because you went straight ice. Oh, because of an immune. Yeah, that's when that happens. You basically have to rely on your mercenary. I wonder.
Good day.
You got 2 set items from F. Nice.
Greetings.
Heck. Cyverbs and Vidalas. I mean, those aren't terrible for leveling, depending on what you have, but like, definitely no long-term use.
Good day.
Dang. So apart from the excitement that it exists, what are your thoughts on the Warlock as part of the game? Does it feel like it belongs? Does it feel like its identity in the game has in your mind? I would say once they tune it down a little bit and it feels like more similar on like power level, I feel like it'll fit better. Right now it is definitely a little on the strong side, but I feel like it fits in the game. Like, it feels a little bit more modern. Like some of the spell effects and stuff feel a little bit newer than the OG stuff. It is not free. It is $25. It's not quite an expansion either. It's a major update. So I would say, does it fit perfectly? No. Is it egregious? Also no. It doesn't bother me though. I'm glad that they're adding new stuff. I'm hoping that eventually they add new stuff to other classes as well. That would be sick. Okay. So we're gonna go. Boom. Used to play this, but you're usually alone, so you felt bored. I play it solo most of the time, and I don't mind it, but I definitely understand if you prefer playing with other people. Why are you always broke? Do you pick up nothing? No, it's because I died. And I didn't think to stash any of my gear. Rune and gem stacking, even without the expansion? No. You have to have the expansion for the rune and gem stacking. That is part of the DLC.
Greetings.
Do I have anything hiding in here? No. It's the only reason to pay? I think that's worth $25 alone, honestly. The stash tabs alone, I would have spent $25 on. Because it's such a huge quality of life upgrade. Like, the Warlock was just kind of a bonus on top for me. Think you might be wrong because you had gem stacking on your non-expansion characters? That's possible. Hold on, I'll check. I assumed it was DLC. I know that the other tabs are definitely part of the DLC, but the stacking itself might be. We'll check. We'll check. No. Diablo time out here? Sure is. What gloves, boots am I thinking for the fire build? I have no idea. I'm just winging it. I don't really have anything in mind. But yeah, unless you have the gem tabs and the rune tabs and stuff, it's not gonna stack. No, it only stacks if you like in the Reign of the Warlock DLC pack because it upgrades your entire stash. So like it has to be a Reign of the Warlock expansion character. It doesn't have to be a Warlock, but you have to have the gems and runes tabs. Mage Fist, possibly.
What do you need?
I also haven't really looked at what the new rune words are, so that could also change some of my gearing choices. Probably not gloves, but you moved it, your Necro forward immediately? Yeah, yeah. Other characters will have it if you move them into that expansion.
Not enough mana.
How's the new Warlock class? You thinking about getting it? It's really fun. It's a little strong right now. Against most things. Diablo, though, is whipping my ass. Like, it's good for, like, AoE stuff. Stuff.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Right now, my biggest enemy is mana. Is that Apocalypse from Diablo 1? It's Ring of Fire. Apocalypse is in here, though. Creates a pentagram. What level? I'm 26. My Ring of Fire does 199. You mind getting off my shit, dude?
Hail to you.
Doing solo Southbound? I mean, I am playing solo. I'm not, like, necessarily locked to solo Southbound, but I do just kind of do my own thing 99% of the time in this game. No, Razan, don't die. You're doing the fire build? Yep. It felt really good up until I got to Diablo. And then I'm like, oh, I can barely damage him. Oh, you're doing Oridon. I see. I missed that. Oh, you took your gear from him and put it in your Warlock. I can read. I do this thing where I read chat from the bottom rather than reading it from where I left off down. It's a problem. It's a problem. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Definitely could use better gloves. At least my resists aren't complete ass. Thank you. Do I play ladder or regular? Right now there is no ladder, but I normally play ladder. What demon subclass? I'm using Goatman at the moment. Although, I switched to Goatman because I had plus to Goatman, but I don't have plus to Goatman anymore. So... Can you respec now? So you've always, well, for a long time, you've been able to respec after you finish the Den of Evil on normal, Nightmare, and Hell. You get one respec, and then you can also farm additional respecs in Hell by killing bosses and stuff. That's still the same. No, so by subclass, I'm assuming they just meant which tree am I working on. So I'm going mostly Chaos with a little bit of Demon. Oh, hi, Joe.
Not enough mana. Mana. Not enough mana.
Constantly out of potions. You're going Eldritch with a little bit of Chaos.
What do you need?
Hell yeah. They didn't talk about the Bear Punch? Dang it. It's kind of like Fruit Punch. Stopped playing back in 2006. Hammerdim's King. I mean, it kind of still is. That hasn't really changed.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Give me loot. I'll take it. Need Manald? I really do. Imagine, like, wanting a Manald. Couldn't be me.
Greetings.
Couldn't it gave me something that, like, sold for more than that? How do you get your skills like that? In the gameplay settings, display active skill bindings right here, and then you can also turn on quick cast. You got D2R Infernal for your PS5 waiting on download? Hell yeah. Heck! Can I sell anything that I have? Actually, is this any good for... Right, I don't have my mercenary right now. I'm just gonna sell a Ral Rune, because fuck it. Feel like New Tune is fun, but maybe a little too OP. Yeah, he's a little strong. Oh, my back. Okay, so this is a definite upgrade for him. That'll help me. That'll help me. Would you recommend playing Diablo 2? The only Diablo I've played is 4. You've gotten around to understanding all the fundamentals. So, I've gotten this question a lot. My best answer is you know you better than anybody else. It is a very old game. It feels like an old game. I feel like the itemization is fantastic, but the moment-to-moment combat is pretty clunky, and there's a lot of things in this game that make it good that the game doesn't necessarily tell you. A lot of it comes from knowledge of like how rune words work and just like what items are good and how to gear your character comes from playing it a lot. It's definitely a different beast than Diablo 4 is, but it is really good. Diablo gets user-friendly after 2. Yeah, they definitely made it more accessible. Did I get him? Not yet. I haven't summoned him again yet. Way different than D4. D4 delivers dopamine in straight lines. D2 is far more effort to reward base. I feel like I don't get any dopamine from D4. Like, I like playing D4, but I don't get the dopamine that I got from D2. It feels very different. Yeah, there are a lot of good guides if you want to learn that way, for sure. I know Maxroll has plenty of them. Okay, Mercenary is definitely doing more damage now. That'll help. D4 just seems so easy, so dopamine's low. D2 takes effort and dopamine hits hard when you overcome an obstacle. Yeah. And just like getting like a Shaco drop in D2, just it hits different. I don't know. Rune dropping, yeah. I am hopeful that some of the changes that they're making with Diablo 4 with the expansion are good. Like I told you guys how I got to go to Irvine last month and actually try the Warlock class. We also did get a chance to sit down with the devs and talk about some stuff. I can't talk about what we've talked about yet, but as soon as I can, I got a lot of stuff that I cannot wait to talk about. Will I be your Valentine?
Hail to you, champion.
Where are you taking me? Just remember finding your first win for us? Yeah. Dinner and straight to your place? What's for dinner? Chuck E. Cheese? Ooh. Making bang bang shrimp tacos, some bang bang, and then something else. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You were in high school when D2 LOD came out, played all the way to LOD, or when D2 came out, played all the way to LOD. Yeah. What grade was I in? Yeah, I was also in high school. I don't remember what grade I was in, but yeah. This game definitely changed Teenage Riz's life. Yeah, Mercenary's pumping a little now. Although, if he doesn't live, that doesn't help me. Remember when LOD came out, you were 16 or 17? Not high school, middle school? Big bro stopped college just to keep playing D2. I failed a lot of college classes to play D2, that's for sure. Okay, he died immediately. Holy shit. Well. That was unfortunate. How's the Warlock? It's fun. I'm having fun with it. Dang, I was really hoping this package would be here by now. Spell doesn't look very good for single target. I mean, it's been fine up until now. I absolutely destroyed Mephisto. I don't know what happened. Crazy to have a new class after so many years. I know, it's nuts. And like now the door's wide open to where like we could be getting more. Favorite build of all time? I've always been a Blizzard Zork guy. Just found out today and bought it as soon as you got home from work. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how big the package is. All I know is I got a notification that I'm getting a package today, but I don't know what it is. And last time that was the thing, it ended up being a package from Blizzard. Sorry, I got a weird DM. Okay. Riz with Blizz, what a Liz? I'm sorry, what? How far have I made it with Warlock? I've made it to Diablo in normal. And he's kicking my ass. Do you remember in version 1.09 how Novasork was king? Yeah, I do remember that. The good old days.
What do you need?
Someone who never played D2, should you try the other classes first to start with Lock? If you've never played before, I would say play what you would like. Just pretend like they're all brand new classes. Just play what sounds fun to you. The Warlock is the new thing, but it's not going to have the same appeal if you've never played any of them. I seem really young to remember that. How old do you think I am, Jordan? Curious. You want to send a DM to Riz only saying weird DM? No, somebody got hacked. I'm like 25. 35? Say at least 35. Curious what Jordan thinks. I think you're 25 to 28. I am 42 years old. Yep. All right, I got some farming to do. My gosh, I know, right? It's I've noticed though, people in like my generation seem to have aged pretty well, whereas like now people who are in like their 20s look like they're my age. It's kind of weird like that. But anyways, I was hoping the package would get here just in case it was from Blizzard, so I could do an unboxing on stream. But I think I'm gonna call it here because my back is starting to bug me. But I hope y'all. That's how you know I'm old, because my back's bothering me. Hope y'all have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. My back's bugging me. I have a headache. I'm just gonna go chill. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at some point. We can all be Valentines together. Yeah. Hope y'all have a good night. Later.
Oh, everyone's sick right now. I'm just getting it. Wait, hold